Thanks very much for your valued presence at Yes Bank headquarters for our first quarter 2016-17 results. I'm very pleased to share with you that we've had a very satisfactory quarter, practically on all fronts. First and foremost, on P&L outcomes, as you can see, the overall PAT of the bank has increased by 32.8% at a level of around 731.8 crores. This is by far one of the best quarters in the last 3 to 4 years. Our total income for this quarter went up by 38.1% to a level of 2,217 crores. The net interest income of the bank was at a level of 1,316 crores, reflecting an overall corresponding growth of 24.2% on the back of increases in our advances, which have been fairly robust, as well as the accretion to CASA, which I will comment on. The overall net interest margin improved marginally compared to last year, from 3.3% to 3.4% a year ago. The ROA overall stood at 1.7%, and ROE has once again got back to crossing 20% levels and stood at 20.7% ROE, which I have reason to believe is one of the best in the banking industry in the country today. The book value of the bank increased to 345 rupees 20 paisa as of June 30th, 2016. On some of the key balance sheet parameters, first and foremost, CASA, which improved year on year by 63%, and overall our CASA as a bank in totality stands at 29.6% compared to 23.4% 1 year ago, reflecting an increase of 6.2% in 1 year. And if you look at it correspondingly, it's as I mentioned to you, it's very significant at a level of 63%, but sequentially it's gone up from 28.1% to 29.6%. So literally in 3 months, our CASA ratio has improved by 1.5%, which is about the best we have ever had in the life cycle of Yes Bank, and this is the 47th quarter of commercial performance that we are reporting to you. Within the CASA and the retail deposit construct of the bank, the overall ratio has improved to 55.3% compared to a level of around 52% only about a year ago. The loan growth in this quarter stands at approximately 33%, and our total advances book now stands at 1,05,942 crores as of June end 2016. Capital adequacy overall is at a fairly satisfactory level of 15.5%, and within that the core tier 1 ratio stands at 10.3%, factoring in the profit for the June quarter and adjusted for a dividend payout. So what you see is adjusted for dividend as well. Total capital funds of the bank now stand at over 22,394 crores, and the core net worth of the bank, core tier 1 capital, is at 14,825 crores. Some of you will recall that we started the bank approximately 12 years ago, and this is like one quarter short of completing 12 years. We started with 217 crores. So this number from 217 has improved to 14,825 crores in approximately 12 years. The deposit growth of the bank was also fairly robust at a level of 28.6%, and total assets of the bank have grown to 1,77,228 crores, reflecting a corresponding increase of 27.5% compared to June 2015. Let me now move on to what is the hot subject, asset quality. I'm very pleased to share with you some of our outcomes. You will recall, I see a number of familiar faces from the last quarter as well, that we had given, the management had given a credit cost guidance of 50 to 70 basis points for the full year 16-17. The credit cost for this quarter stands at 15 basis points, so well within the management guidance at the upper end of 70 and at the lower end of 50 basis points. The structured, overall standard structured advances of the bank have dropped to 0.49%. The absolute quantum of that is 522.9 crores, which used to be 0.71% 1 year ago. So there's an improvement in the restructured advances from 0.71% to 0.49%, and we are seeing a fairly healthy improvement in this portfolio. I'm happy to share with you that there has been no additional restructuring in this particular quarter. Security receipts, as you know, the bank has had a very modest level of SR, and mostly we have refrained from selling down loans because the bank's policy largely is to resolve problems in-house. But I'm happy to share with you that our security receipts overall stand at 0.19%. In absolute terms, only 199.4 crores, and this is also spread over 10 borrowers, and this number has also improved quite significantly over the last 1 year. In terms of standard SDR advances, we have a small item which is all of 0.03%, and the absolute amount of that is 34.3 crores. And as in the past, we have a nil 5/25 refinancing during the first quarter of fiscal 2016-17. A few other things in terms of overall portfolio quality and granularity. First and foremost, we are roughly about still 67%, so slightly more than 2/3 corporate businesses. And our corporate businesses, as I have reported to you in the past, are fairly granular, are fairly scalable, fairly diverse, and across a cross-section of industries, and are spread over 8 significant relationship groups which are managed fairly independently and have different risk outcomes and risk characteristics. So this is about 67.5% of our total advances, and our retail and branch banking, what we call business banking, comprises about 32.5%, and within that there is naturally the consumer, commercial and retail banking is about 9.4%, micro and small enterprises is about 12.1%, and medium enterprises is about 11% within the overall 32.5% retail and branch banking quantum of our advances. In terms of sensitive sectors, since we have been reporting it for the past few years, I would like to update you that first and foremost we are seeing, driven by fairly elaborate micro, macro, institutional and administrative reforms, we are seeing a significant uplift overall in the de-risking and de-choking of the economy, and yet we find that in some of the sectors there is some residual risk, like iron and steel, for instance. The bank's iron and steel portfolio stands at 1.9%, and within that 1.3% out of the 1.9 is A or better rated. The second portfolio, which has been on the radar for a while but showing a fairly significant improvement, is the overall electricity portfolio. Within that, which is at 9.3% in our bank, within that the larger portion is renewable energy, which is about 2.8%. Our non-renewable is in completed projects. We don't have any pre-completion risk, so these are performing projects. We have no exposure to SCBs, zero, so we don't get the benefit of Uday bonds. And transmission and distribution is 1.5%, and AAA and AA rated instruments comprise 1% out of our total electricity exposure of 9.3%. The third sector, which we are still tracking cautiously, although there is fairly significant improvements happening, is the EPC, as in the construction sector, where our exposure as a bank is 5.6%, but within that, 3.8% is A or better rated. I think I've covered some of the more significant points. I would also like to mention that given our overall corporate profile at about 2/3 of the bank, we are roughly, out of the 2/3 corporate profile, 75% of our corporate exposures are rated A or better. I would like this kindly to be noted. I also like to mention that the risk-weighted assets of the bank presently stand at 1,44,252 crores, which basically works out to a RWA to total asset ratio of 81.4% compared to about 81% 1 year ago, so almost like flat. The liquidity coverage ratio of the bank, which is computed, as you know, on a monthly average basis, stands at 83.1%, well above the regulatory requirement of 70%. So this has been fairly consistent, as in the past quarters, reflecting on the strong liquidity and overall liability structure of the bank, and I did want to share this with you. On the overall rating profile, I'm happy to share with you that despite whatever economic precipitation we have seen in the past, Moody's more recently renewed Yes Bank's rating, which is the equivalent of India's sovereign rating, at Baa3, and also retained the outlook as stable, and this was something that transpired just a couple of weeks ago. And our domestic ratings continue to be, for long-term bonds, including Tier 2 Basel III compliant bonds, AA+. I'd like to add a couple of more points in terms of how the bank is really creating its outreach. First and foremost, our branches, as of end of June, stood at 900 branches, 1,680 ATMs, and over 16,400 employees, executives, Yes Bankers, which is our single most important investment. I'm very happy to share with you, in the last 1 year, June to June 2016, we have added over 4,800 Yes Bankers, and in last quarter, we added approximately 1,423 executives in last quarter. So we have been investing tremendously in building our sales, our service, and our operations requirements for our retail and branch banking businesses, both on the liability side as well as further augmentation of our retail and SME businesses driven by branch banking and led by my colleague Pralay Mandal. On social media, it's very interesting that our bank, our brand, Yes Bank, is now one of the fastest growing brands in the world in BFSI space, particularly on Twitter, where we have over 1 million followers. We are the highest followed global bank brand in the world. Number 2, we are the fastest growing global bank brand on Facebook with more than 3.5 million page likes. Yes Bank is also the most followed bank brand on Instagram in India with now over 218,000 followers. And when you start comparing it, we are rank 1 as far as Instagram is concerned in India. In Facebook in India, we are number 3. And as I mentioned to you, on Twitter, we are rank 1 on social media in our country. Digital banking, as you know, is a key differentiator, is a key, let's say, driver of future growth. The objectives in Yes Bank is basically to be a more intensive technology company which is in the business of banking. And the intent is to bring the future to the present, and therefore the investments which are being made assiduously in our bank in digital banking, as also somewhat reflected in the outcomes in social media, are fairly significant, as reflected in some of our fairly frugal and innovative initiatives. The first one being Yes Money, which now has transacted and has become one of the largest domestic remittance payment programs with over 5.1 million customers and a transaction volume of over 13,000 crores. I would also like to add that our virtual prepaid cards program, in collaboration with MasterCard, has become one of the largest virtual prepaid programs in the world after its recent launch in January 2016, with over 2.6 million virtual prepaid card clients who have transacted with us. We have also now have 34 million Yes Bank powered free charge wallets since the recent launch 9 months ago in September 2015. And we have also launched the QR code, which is based on proximity payments in collaboration with Click and Pay. I could go on because there is so much to share with you on our expansion and knowledge-driven initiatives. So we have a fairly elaborate press release, and but just a couple of highlights. Yes Bank was the first private sector bank to get CCEA, as in Government of India approval, and subsequently Reserve Bank of India notified 74% ownership in our bank, foreign ownership in our bank, and our current ownership levels are hovering around 42.5%, which means there is approximately 32% foreign ownership headroom in the overall shareholder, let's say, register of a bank. Number two, only last week, and this is in the public domain, a short press release to this effect was made in the morning, that we have got final approvals from SEBI to sponsor an asset management company. This was previously approved by Reserve Bank of India in late last year, in October 2015. So this is a new business activity which will complement our savings and wealth management strategy in the main bank. And this product platform we will in all probability launch at the beginning of the new fiscal year 2017-18. We have a couple of fairly important CSR related developments. I'm very happy to share with you that under the fine leadership of my colleague Namita Vikas, who's sitting here, we have been able to get recognized as Asia's best bank for CSR at the Euromoney Excellence Awards held just a few days ago in Hong Kong. We've also been included, and this is a moment of national pride, been included in the Forbes 2000 as one of the fastest entries of any Indian company, not just a bank, but in the Forbes 2000, and as the youngest Indian company to be part of the Forbes 2000 global list. And this is a very prestigious inclusion, means a lot to the Yes Bankers, I'm sure to you as well as Indians. We have also upgraded ourselves as one of the top BFSI brands in the Economic Times Best BFSI Brands Index. And at the recent Asian Banker Awards, just a couple of weeks ago, the bank was ranked as the best trade finance bank in India. And these are businesses which are very important annuity businesses which are shaping up well, especially on the back of a very successful new business operation that we commenced at the International Banking Unit in Gandhinagar, India's first, as you know, international zone for banks. It's like an SEZ for banking, with the first branch to set up there with the license number of 001. We were also recognized at the Asian Banker Awards for the best corporate payments bank for our API banking solutions for a deal that we struck with one of India's leading e-commerce companies, and this in itself has been an important recognition. For cyber defense, recently at the ID RBT Technology Awards at the hands of the Governor of RBI. We got the Best Mid-Sized Bank Award as well. And this, in a nutshell, are the critical, developments at our bank over the